Hello, my dear students. Exams are just around the corner. I know, I know. So today, let's look at a really important chapter from your textbook, Weathering the Storm in Ersama. It's such an amazing true story, full of courage, and trust me, it's very, very important for your exams. So let's begin, shall we? So let me ask you a question. Just think about it for a second. Can one person, just one single person, maybe someone your own age, can they really save a whole village? I mean, it sounds like something from a Bollywood movie, right? Some big hero saving everyone. But you know what? This chapter gives us a real-life answer, and it's absolutely incredible. All right, so our story starts with the disaster itself. Let's see what happened on that terrible, terrible night. So, the place is Ersama in Orissa, what we now call Odisha. The date, October 27th, 1999. A day nobody there would ever forget. A massive super cyclone hits. And our hero, a young boy named Prashant, he's just visiting a friend, just 18 kilometers away from his own home. He had no clue, absolutely no idea, that his life was about to change forever. Just look at that number, 350 kilometers per hour. Can you even imagine that? Our fastest trains, like the Vande Bharat, they don't even go that fast. The wind was like a monster, just ripping huge old trees out of the ground. And houses? They were being smashed to bits like they were made of cardboard. The sound, oh my God, the sound must have been just terrifying. And it wasn't just the wind. Then came the rain, and it didn't stop. For 36 hours, that's a full day and a half, Beta. It just rained and rained and rained. The water kept rising, up to your neck. People, houses, everything was just washed away in this angry brown water. So Prashant and his friend's family, they somehow climbed onto the roof of their house. For 2 whole days and 2 nights, that was their shelter. And when the rain finally stopped, this is what they saw. Your textbook puts it so well. Quote, a raging, deadly brown sheet of water covered everything as far as the eye could see. Just water and destruction, nothing else. Okay, so after 2 days, the rain finally stopped. And Prashant, he had only one thing on his mind. My family. I have to find my family. He knew he had to go back. And that journey, well, it was going to be the most dangerous journey of his life. Now, his friend's family, they were so scared, they begged him, Prashant, please stay. It's too dangerous. But he just had to go. So what did he do? First, he found a long, strong stick. This was his lifeline, He used it to feel for the road under the water to see how deep it was. And then he started walking, wading through waist-deep water, pushing away, and this is horrible, pushing away the bodies of people and animals for 18 kilometers. But he just kept going, holding on to that little bit of hope that his family was okay. But as he walked, village after village, he saw nothing. Not a single house was standing. And his heart just broke. This is a really sad part, Beta. He just couldn't take it anymore. The quote says, Prashant now wept out loud and long. He completely lost hope. He was sure, 100% sure, that his family was gone. He thought he was all alone. But this story is not just about sadness. When he finally reached his village, something happened. And this was the moment everything changed. This is where a scared boy, a survivor, starts to become a leader. Can you even believe it? He found them. His whole family was safe at the Red Cross shelter. He first saw the ruins of his house and his heart sank. But then he ran to the shelter, and the first person he sees is his Nani, his grandmother. The joy. His brother, his sister, everyone came running, hugging him. They all thought he was dead. It was nothing short of a miracle. But that happy moment, it didn't last long. He looked around him, and he saw this number. 2,500 people, all crammed into this one shelter. And then he heard the news. 86 people from his own village had died. The situation was just awful. So think about it. Everyone there was just broken, too sad, too shocked to do anything, just sitting there waiting for who knows what. They were alive, yes, but their spirit was completely gone. So the big question was, who would lead them? Who would help them? And that's when it happened. Prashant, just 19 years old, a teenager. He saw the grief all around him, and he decided he had to do something. He pushed his own sadness aside and said, okay, if no one else will, then I will. So what does a 19-year-old leader do? I mean, it's easy to say, I will lead, right? But actually doing it is the hard part. Let's look at the amazing things Prashant actually did to help his village of Kalikura. Just look at this action plan. This is what a real leader does, my children. He didn't just sit and wait. First, he got a group of young people together to pressure a merchant to give them rice. Food was the first priority. Then, he made another team to clean up all the filth and, well, the dead bodies around the shelter. So important to prevent diseases. He helped the injured people. He made a special shelter for all the children who had lost their parents. He even got the women involved in a food for work program. And for the kids, he organized cricket matches to bring a little bit of joy back. See? Step by step, he was bringing life back. So after 5 long days, finally, some help from the outside. A military helicopter came and dropped some food parcels. You can imagine everyone was so happy, so relieved. But there was a problem. It wasn't nearly enough food for 2,500 people, and the helicopter didn't come back the next day. Soon, they were hungry again. So now what? How do you tell a helicopter flying high in the sky that you're still hungry? You can't exactly shout, can you? They needed a signal, a message. Prashant and his team had to think of something really, really clever. Any ideas what they did? This was just brilliant. He got all the children to lie down on the sand, and he asked them to put the empty utensils, the empty bar tents, on their stomachs. Can you picture that? A silent but oh so powerful message. And it worked. The next time a helicopter flew by, the pilots saw it, and they understood. After that, they got food and supplies regularly. What an idea. Okay, everyone, now listen very, very carefully. This is the most important part for your exams. Let's look at one of the key questions that often comes from this chapter and how to answer it perfectly. So, here's the question. How has Prashant, a teenager, been able to help the people of his village? This is a very popular question. The examiner wants you to list his actions. So just quickly, think in your mind, what points would you write? Just recall what we just talked about. Okay, ready? Here are the perfect points for your answer. 1, he organized youths and elders to get food. Simple. 2, he made volunteer teams to clean the shelter. 3, he set up a special place for orphans. 4, he helped everyone, especially women and children, to overcome their sadness by getting them busy with work and sports. And 5, this is a very important point, so listen up. He resisted the idea of sending orphans away to an institution. He said, no, we will create foster families right here in our village. Please remember these 5 points and you will get full marks, for sure. And this last line from your book, it's just so beautiful. It perfectly captures his legacy. His handsome, youthful face is what the widows and orphan children of his village seek out most in their darkest hour of grief. You see, 6 months after the storm, he wasn't just Prashant anymore. He was their hope. His young face was the one everyone looked for when they felt sad or scared. So, my dear students, we come back to a question, one that your textbook asks you. Do you think young people can get together to help people during natural calamities? After hearing Prashant's story, what do you think? The answer is a huge, definite yes. You have so much power to do good. Never forget that. All the very best for your exams, Beta. I know you will all do wonderfully.